Hello and welcome back to Combine and Conquer. In our last episode, we built this Research Token 2 assembly here that makes 2 Research Tokens every 512 ticks. We also have 7 Research Token 1s going here at 256 ticks apiece, so we're cranking out a lot of Research Tokens, and in fact, we just finished Furnaces Mark II. Now, what I don't know is what the difference between those are. This one says, they're twice as fast. Well, that's good. Which means you're probably going to want to use them with the Inserters or Arms Mark II, since they're also twice as fast. What's kind of interesting is the choice made here to make the furnace burners 224 and 112, while the arms are 128 and 64, and that's per swing, so you double those numbers. So the arms swing a little bit slower than the burners actually burn, and I don't know what the specific reason is for that, but it's just an interesting thing to note. So we need to pick another research before we do anything else, and I think that next research should just be onward over here. Miners Mark II? Sure. But I did notice that we are a little short on coal coming into this array here, so we should probably put in a little bit more of that. Let's see, that'll be 3 and 3, which will be indeterminate, by me at least. We can do one here. No, we can't do one there. That's why we didn't do one there to begin with. We could put one out here. We could put one up here. We could probably get one in here also. And those should all be good. I think I'll just take this one around this way. Oops. There and there. Actually, that's not getting anything. It's not spinning, it's not getting. There we go. Alright, so that's about all we can get as far as coal out of this patch. Hopefully that makes it enough to keep this array fed at least. Otherwise we'll have to feed some coal in from somewhere else. But yeah, we can't do this one because it's 4 and 4, and we know that indeterminate state means that we can't get it, although we could do one here, and then do this, and then do this, just to make sure we're getting enough coal out of that. And maybe then we could do another one here. Yeah, we could. We could do another one right here, and get that in there, like that. And that'll hopefully make sure we get enough. I just don't know if it will or not, but we'll see. Okay, so we left off the last time. Well, a couple things. There has been a small update. We are now running 0.4.1. This includes, I don't know, I didn't actually read the patch notes, but this includes one thing, and that is fixing for the lag. The lag was caused by the rendering of the fonts, I'm assuming on the machines and things like that, or possibly elsewhere. It was I don't know what it was doing specifically, but the developer found it and had already had a fix checked in for it, and it kind of rushed out this 4.1 update for me to see if this would, with just that change or with minimal other changes, just to see if it would fix the lag we were experiencing last time. And so now the game is much, much smoother. So they also said that we could expect more updates of this smaller nature in the future, so that are, a couple of fixes or whatever, and more frequently then. So we'll try and keep an eye out for those, and I will let you know what they include. I will probably like I said, I don't remember. I didn't look at what else might have been in this update. I suppose I should have, because you never know. But yeah, we could have done that. I could have done that. I guess I can quickly glance. Looks like there's some. No, that didn't go where I wanted it to. Okay, I'll have to look at it later then. I was hoping that I could get there, but not with quick response. So let's go ahead and work on the few things we left off with the last time knowing about. One of those was chips. That needs iron plates and wire. We do have now iron plates and copper coming both over here, so we could do the chips over here someplace. Did I make any crossings? I did. I made 4. We could make them over here someplace. That might be a good idea. We could make them somewhere else. The chips are used, at least for right now, to make things like labs. Let's see here. Providers. Yeah, providers and labs. And we wanted to make some more labs. We also wanted to make some more providers. So let's go ahead and start with that build. And I think I can do this. That's weird. Why did that get all weird? I think we can just do this by putting in a splitter right here. Why did that... Wait a minute. I've seen this happen a couple times. Okay. If I rotate this to the direction that I think it should go, it changes it to the direction it wants it to go, and then I have to place it again. I wonder if that's a bug. But either way, we now have a splitter here, and then we can also split down here someplace, but I want to wait on that because we need to figure out our recipe ratios here. So providers need one chest, which is a bunch of iron, and one chip. And labs need 8 chips and 4 wires. We should probably just make chips, like just make some chips. And if that's the case, then let's take a look at the chip ratio here. Each chip machine is going to need 1 iron plate and 1 wire, and a wire is a half a copper plate. Every 256, the iron plates are going to come out that fast anyway, and so, well, not that fast, but you know what I mean. And then the iron, or the wire is 2 wire every 512, which is 1 every 256. So we can do this as a 1-to-1 ratio. So we need to take the copper and the iron. Let's see, if we did the wire, let's do this something like this maybe, and then this maybe. If we do wire here, we do chips here. Except that that's going to be a little bit complicated for getting something back out again. If I want to do more than a couple of these anyway. Because the swing time on the longer arms is 512. So I'd either need 2 of those, which I could do, or I could do the same type of thing as this, which we could do. Let's see. We could also do... Could we? Yeah, I think we could do that. That should be fine. Let's just do it this way. So, we want to have... Oops. We want to have iron coming in. And, wow, we have 83 of these. And then chips going out. So the iron will come in like this. And then we'll have the copper coming in here. Did we make influencers? Oh, we were. Yeah, we have 29 of them. So yes, the answer is yes, we did make influencers. We'll just build a bit of that. And then I can do these kind of in an array like this. Maybe, I don't know, 4 of these. I don't know. We could split that here then. Wait, that's the... Okay. See, that placed it wrong there too. Interesting. Okay, we can split those there. And then we can take a belt up. And we can actually just turn right there. But I don't like that. So we're going to go this way first one. Nope. There we go. Let's go this way one more. And then we'll go up and we'll come back this way. We'll just do this line of 4 for right now. To there. And then I can do these 4 here. And that can come in. These can go this way. This way. There, 2, please. Thank you. And then we can do arms. Here. We're also going to get low on power again. These feed in directly that way. Yeah, there it is. Let's see. This will be output, input, input, output, output, input, input, output. That'll go there. And then this will go on and continue on as circuits, chips. And as soon as we make sure that's working, we can go and fix power again. Yeah, it works. Nice. Alrighty, so let's go fix power, or upgrade power some more. We are all backed up again on power, but are we truly backed up? I think we're still backed up. Let's add just maybe 1 or 2 more of these. I think that makes 32 if I had 2. Just to see if that is indeed enough yet. Based on, I can't remember how many we counted of those tiles, but hopefully that update comes in soon. And then oh, it does say, it now says, there's another feature in the update. 4 of 9 tiles. 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 2. So if I add those up, 2 and 4 is 6, and 5 is 11, and 6 is 17, and 6 more is 23, and 6 and 5 more, excuse me, is 28, and 4 more is 32, plus 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 32 from before is 86, plus 8 is 94, plus 5 is 99. Anybody want to bet I need 33 of these? Just guessing. And I think this was... Does this tell me even how many? No, it doesn't tell me yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And 13, that's 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Maybe one more? Let's do 33. We'll see. If it's a 1 to 3 ratio. If it's a 1 to 3 ratio, that's good to know. It might actually say now here. No, it doesn't say yet. Okay. And if I zoom in far enough, it doesn't give me any numbers there either. We'll see if this is stable or not with what numbers we have, with the quantities we have, and we'll see from there. So back to chips. Now that we have chips, we can now take a look at labs again, and we can also make these box things. So there's chests here, and then feed those into a feed those back here into this to make those. Let's see, these are 1536 to make 1 chest, and this is 256 to make 1 provider. I don't know what else I would use chests for, so that would be a 6 to 1 ratio, but on the other hand, I don't really care, because I don't really need to have a provider every 256. Every 1536 is plenty. So 6 rods and 4 screws every 1536 means... 1 of each. 1 of each. That works for me. So let's take maybe this belt off of here. 6 rods, 4 screws. And that's all that needs. It doesn't need any iron directly. And then this just needs a chip. Alright, so let's do... let's see here. If I pulled this one off like that... If I wanted this finished up basically here. I can even do a long arm there too, because it's not going to need them that often. I could direct insert these like this. I like direct inserts. Those 2 go there. This would go here. Let's set some recipes so that I don't confuse myself. Screws, sure. Rods, sure. Chests, yep. And then providers here. All right, so rods and screws go there. Iron plate goes there. These go into those, and then we need chips also. Okay, so let's do input here for the iron. Those feed in, and then we'll have a long arm here for the chips. Slow, but again, it only needs to swing once every 1536. And even though its swing time is 255 times 2 effectively, so that's basically, it's 510. We only need one every 1536, so this is more than enough. Let's take these out this way. Then this way. And then these are going to go out into a box, and the only problem is I don't have any more providers to put them into, because I spent them all. So we actually need to go borrow one from somebody, because we don't have any. Borrowing a provider box from somebody. How many? 716 belts, 177 arms, probably a ridiculous number of all of these things too. Let's just take this one. I will take it. And then as soon as we get one made, we can put one back over there. There we go. I don't like that this is pausing, but I think it's because, I don't know, that arm's acting like it doesn't want to grab an iron plate properly. But now I think because this is backing up, it will be. I really kind of like how these work. With it kind of just taking from this spot and transferring it to the 3 spots, then you can kind of just see, you know, which ones are held up just by glancing at the splitter itself, rather than having to look at the belts even along the way. Held up, backed up, whatever. So while we got that going, we might as well work on labs again, and those are going to need, over here, chips and wire. So we need a little bit more wire, which I was planning for, which I guess I should have just done this differently then. A little bit more wire, and then also the chips. What's the ratio there? 8 chips and 4 wire every 2048. Well, that means 1 wire maker at most, because we can make 4 wire every 1024. And then we'll just take the chips as we need them. So let's put another one of these in here. Yeah, that should be fine. And then another wire maker in here. That's wire. And then we have labs there. Do that, please, and this, please. And then this goes in here. And then these can just go into another provider box. I have 4 available now. Okay, let's put this one back. Or I forget. Because I am liable to forgetting. And then we could do this a couple of different ways. I think probably the easiest way would be just to put a splitter in right here. Oops. Delete that. Then put the splitter in. There you go. And then just take this like that. I could have also probably just split it here and it would have been perfectly fine, because this isn't using anywhere near the belt where it would make a difference, I don't think. But this also works out well enough that I'm happy with it. All right, and that should be more than enough labs coming out too, but that'll give us the ability to expand some of these things. Because as you can see here, we need to expand Research Token 1, since we have so many, we need so many for everything compared to the Research Token 2. Because the numbers vary so much between the different researches, like this one was 10 to 1, this one was 50 to 1, this one is 16 to 1. Look at me doing YouTube math. This one is 10 to 1. So because they vary so much, I can't really establish a fixed ratio, and this one down here is just going to take Research Token 2. So that's infinity to 1, or 0, not defined to 1. I don't know which way it works. That doesn't matter. But, you know, we obviously can continue with this. Looks like we can do... No, we can't do that one. We could do this one with Research Token 2, though. Assembly Machine Mark II. Could also do Electric Furnaces. Ooh. And then also down here, Crossings Mark II and 2-Belt Mixing Mark II. But you need Research Token 3, 4, and 5? Really? Interesting. Not very many of 5s, but some. But we'll just keep working our way across. Keep working. Okay, so now that we have that, we can actually add to this. Can I do it in here? 2 more? That'll work. Get 9 of these going. I can always circle the belt around. Low on power again. I can always circle the belt around and, you know, do more. Or even take from this other split here, over here, and then have like a mirrored array or a copied array over there. How are we doing? No, we're still backing up. So it's not even 13. It's something else. All right, let's just add, oops, 4 more. That puts us at 36. I also could have added up the numbers of the other things wrong, too. I wouldn't put that past me. But we'll just see how this keeps going, and we'll decide from there. We'll see where it stops. Where it stops, nobody knows. Because I can always flip some on the other side here, too, and make it an even, you know, bigger array once we get up to that point. So that'll be another 12, so it's 13, 13, and 12 then, which would be 30, wait, 13, 13, be 12 because of that. So that's... Oh, I added 4 to 33. Right. Okay. So 37. Yep. Okay. All right. So that's circuits. And then we can take these circuits elsewhere, wherever we want to use them. We wanted to rebuild this smelting array here. We have plenty of coal coming in, but we just do not have enough iron coming out of it. So we need to just rebuild the whole thing. And so I think we'll just cut this belt here and let the coal kind of drain through here, and then we'll come back to it, and we'll crank out a lot more iron in that in a little bit. Did we do Arms Mark II setup yet? Well, I guess we can find out. We have 0 available, so I'm guessing no. Gears and motors. What are motors? Wire and gear. Okay, so that'll take some copper. Okay, Arms Mark II, 1 arm Mark 1, 4 gears and 2 motors every 1024. That'll be fine to do a 1-to-1 for that. 4 gears and 2 motors in 1024. 4 gears, that's fine. 2 motors, that's fine. So an assembler for gears, an assembler for motors, and then an assembler for Arms Mark 1, which also will need an assembler for gears of its own. So let's get that array designed here a little bit. Maybe we can just put it in this area. Yeah, we'll use some of the new iron, although I guess I should figure out where that's going to go first. We could put it up here, I suppose. Let's just look at what this is going to look like. So we have a Arm Mark II coming out. Arm Mark 1 going into that with its own gear maker, and then this could be the other gear maker, and then we could have over here the motor maker, and we'll need to feed copper into that. Double checking those recipes. Arm, gear, motor. Arm Mark 1 needs gears, and it needs iron plates too. Okay. Can I make that better? Possibly. Possibly. Because we need iron here, iron here. Let's set those recipes so I don't lose my mind here. Gears. Motors. Arm Mark 1, Arm Mark 2. And then I can copy them and move them around easily. More easily. If I brought iron down this way, that's one way of doing it. Research and Miners Mark II. Nice. Then I could also bring iron down. Oh, you need gears, not iron directly. Okay, so you need gears too. Double check that recipe then. 2 wire, 2 gear of 512. That works. And that works. Okay, so we'll need to have a wire assembler here as well. Fit that in tightly, and we'll space it out later. So I could bring iron in on this side and across here. That would be fine. That's actually not bad. Like this. With the splitter here. And then even these things should really be modules, I guess. The issue I have with the modules, and I had this in the 0.3 series that I did, is they can only be inserted into at the speed of an arm. Now, yes, we have the arm Mark II that are twice as fast, but I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4 iron every 4 iron every, see, 1 there every, or 2 there, 4 iron every 256, I think. 2 every 512, that's 1 every 256. Yep. So I need 4 iron every 256. And the only way to get that with arms would be to have 2 Mark II arms feeding it. So I guess we could do that, but that kind of gets expensive too when you can just have a belt feed. So I'm kind of tossed, or, you know, it's kind of a toss-up to me, or I'm kind of, I don't know, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with that, because I'm just not sure how I want to handle it. Ah, these are already almost done. I don't remember what just happened. Did we finished a research and then we didn't start a new one? Yeah. Let's do this one. Influencer Mark II. And let's do the delete selection thing here. All of this, all of this, all of this. For now, delete. Yes, please. And then we can go from here over to there. Delete. Yes, please. Oops. I guess you need a little bit more help still. Okay, so let's do another iron array. Why don't we do it maybe across here, which means I need another influencer here. If we do it across there, then maybe I can just line it up perfectly with that. I don't like that, though. I need one more space, so we'll have to turn that belt. The reason I want, at least the reason I think I want one more space is I think I'm going to want to put a miner in right in this area. Maybe we should use a lot more energy. Twice as fast, not surprising. I think I'm going to want to have a miner this far up. Or do I? If that's the case, I need to actually move it up further. I don't think I need one that high up, but I want to put one here. And if I put one here, and then I do an arm, and I do a belt, and I bring a, you know, a merged belt across this way, then I need to have that extra space right there. Although I actually need one more. Or I could take this up this way. That would work. That works also. Let's do this, and that, and actually you don't go there, because that's got to be the balancer thing. So I think that will work. That's 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and almost 12. And then I want these. Oh, good. Let me hot replace. Oh, I need 13 though, don't I? Ish. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. I think we're gonna get yelled at for energy again. We got a little bit to go. That doesn't go there. End of the line right there, and then we can output this way. I don't need that one though. Output this way. Although to be fair, I don't know if that coal that we're mining can actually support this. Obviously this iron can't. 3, 5 is 8, and 7 is 15, and 8 is 23, and then 4 nines is 36, so that's 59? And so then 59 every 256. No, 59 every 2304 is probably not enough. We need to have one every 20 milliseconds, every 20 ticks. So we need 2304 divided by 20. We need 115.2. If that's 15, if that's 59, then this is 68, and then 76, and then 83, and then 87 for that. So that's not going to quite be enough. Running low on power. I told you we'd get yelled at for it. But also, we're not quite using all of this yet. We need a few more miners, though, to get it all squared away. I forgot what number we were at. 80-something. Definitely at 90 now. 98. Maybe one more. I think that'll do it. We'll see. We'll see if that does it or not. Could be wrong. I could have miscounted. But I think that'll do it. But again, we probably don't have the coal for this. So we're probably going to do something different. And that different might be to just pull this power out of here. Use that coal for this instead. And just bring that power over here. We have a bunch more coal over here. And we're still not quite using the whole thing. And that was 30... I forgot again. 13 and 13 and 12. No, 13, 13, 11. This makes 12 here. 38. All right. More iron, at least. So we could bring that into this, at least. I need to move this now, of course. I guess I need to put one of these in here someplace. Oh, I need to feed this iron. Actually, first thing we need to do with it is feed it back on itself like this. And then down into this stuff here. Why don't we do... I know I missed. Sorry. Why don't we do this instead? That's not what I wanted. Do this instead. Come to like here. That way I can avoid that iron patch in case we need more iron after all. That and then a splitter. That'll help. And then I can split off of here to make these things wherever I want to. Alright, so let's see. There we go. Oops. That's what I get for being hasty. Should I take directly off of this belt? In theory, no. In practice, it doesn't matter that much. But we can at least move this up a bit, like that. 1, 2, 3. You go there. You go there. You go there. There. This one can come... Actually, you know what? Why don't we just split it right there? Bring this like this. And then down around the outside. Missed a spot. Split this guy right here, and it's going to put it down wrong. Perfect. As expected. There. And then we can do the inserters. Here, 2, 3. There. There. Here, 2, 3. This one goes this way. This one goes this way. This one goes that way. And we'll bring some copper up here. Like that. That should do it. If I did everything else correct. And then we're coming out from this spot here, so we just put in another one of these. And one of those that we now have 46 of. And we now have arms Mark II, hopefully, if this all works. If it all works. Gotta wait for that belt to kind of get backed up again. On one hand, it's not used to having a full supply here. I could probably put a splitter in here. Instead of doing that shenanigans. It's going to take it a little bit of time to get these backed up, but it looks like they are backing up. That's good. Also, we're not making these anymore, these crossings, because I pulled the inserters out. So we need to probably put those back in at some point. Yeah, I was right about the coal. We're not producing enough. So we should probably just go ahead and expand this power over here. Even though we still don't know exactly how much... Although we might be getting closer. I think it was 99. Could be 2 to 1. I don't know. It feels like we're further off than that, though. Because we're at 38. I don't think another 10? 11? 11 would be correct. Because these aren't really that backed up anymore. But we can just do another line and not worry about it too much. Then this is going to have to go actually this way 1, and then we can come back down again. I need another influence. There. And we can do this. And I totally didn't look at what the richness there is going to be, but there are a lot of 9s. Just because we're in the middle of the patch here, like they're all 9s, but the last one, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 9 is 63, plus 6 is 69, so we should be able to handle at least 20-something off of this. That's 13. Why don't I just go ahead and do 26? I don't know if that's enough, or too many, or not enough, or... But we'll see. And that gives me a bit more power over here, which means we can delete this power over here. I'm going to change... What are you smelting? Stone. Yeah, we need to do a new smelting array for stone, too. This one actually should give me coal as well, right? That one, even. These should both give me coal. That'd be a good place to start. Let's delete those. We'll shut this power down. Yep, they give me coal. Oops. I get carried away and moved a little too fast. We'll let that shut down. And we'll see how this looks. It's not going to fill a whole belt. Because we need 115 and a or 115.2 to fill a whole belt. My math is correct. But it is telling, okay, it is telling me it's mining coal and how many coal nodes are underneath it. Great. Thank you very much. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 9 is 45. Plus 6 is 51. 8 is 59. 7 is 66. 6 is 72. And 5 is 77. What does that say? Mining coal with 4? Okay. 81. That's 90, 98, 104. 107. 110. That might just be good enough. I don't know. Probably not. Could do this one kind of in reverse. Actually, I only need one more. I'll put it there. Actually, I need 2 more then. That one. 110 plus 6 is 116. That'll do. Let's see. You'll have to come out this way then. And then this way. There and there. And that'll give me a full belt of coal to go with my full belt of iron, I think. And that makes my life happier. We'll let those burn out. It'll take the last one a long time to burn out though, because it'll keep going until the last piece is gone. Are we getting more? Is iron? I must be drawing too much here. I'm not feeding enough in to make it happy. Also, we're not feeding enough of something because we're not getting a full belt. I think that was the coal supply that we still have to stabilize a bit here. We could also have gaps in the iron eventually. As the coal fills in, we could start noticing gaps in the iron because I don't think this was... No, it was. We added it up. I think it was enough. Maybe one more miner at most. So then, I don't know what else chips are used for. There's no, like, reverse lookup as far as recipes go, so we kind of have to just do this the old-fashioned way. Miners Mark II, need a Mark 1 plus 4 stone bricks plus 4 motors. What else do we unlock? I've forgotten already. Furnaces Mark II, 32 stone bricks plus 4 rods. Okay. Working on influencers right now. We don't need computers yet or any of the other stuff there. We're making cable. Belts Mark II. Belts plus motors. We could do those. We know how to make motors now. Is this actually a full belt? Not quite, but that could still be the coal filling in. It is at least a steady supply of coal now, so it should fill in over time. It'll take a little while because we're drawing the whole belt. It's not like it's backed up so that it can back itself up all the way. We could work on belts Mark II. We could even do it here. They take belts 1 plus motors. Motors, let's see, every 512. Belt 1 is a 256. Motor was a 512. Oops. So we could do that. That'd be 1 motor maker plus 1 belt Mark 1 maker plus 1 gear maker for that plus the belt Mark 2 maker. So let's see if we could figure that out. Could I get this in here somewhere? Maybe. We could go with gear, arm, or belt rather, belt. Not quite. Not quite there. Gear, arm. Sorry, gear, belt, belt 2. Wire, motor. That doesn't work quite right either. That went there. Motor could go there. Arm could go here. Or belt, rather. Geez, Wally. Belt, but that needs iron fed in directly too. So we could do this one down here. And then this one here. And then this one here. Bring this belt down and then turn it here. That gives me gears. Belt 1, belt 2. Wire here and motors here. And then I can have an output off of this one here someplace. I think that would work. There and there. You go there. This goes here, that goes there, this grabs from there. You come down like this. You go out there, plug it into there. And that, if that works, should give us belts too. At a rate of 1 every 512, which is more than enough. More than enough. But I also just kind of noticed the time. And assuming this works, we'll leave this here. We did quite a bit of, new development, new building here. We have a bit more to go as far as, filling these things in. We should probably turn this back on now that we have more stuff. That should work okay, I think. We're still getting a little bit of lag in filling these in down here. We also don't need this many gear makers, now that I actually think about it, because we took out the science that was there, so we can actually probably just do away with at least one of these, if not 2 of them. You only need 1, you only need 1, and you only need 1. So really, maybe I should just change this to be direct feeds and not have all the gears, and not have them like this, but have them be fed directly from iron, and actually have this iron loop over here to provide the iron to a new assembler, making the gears directly for the assembler, which might be the best way to do this, actually. So maybe we'll do that next time, or maybe I'll forget. It's going to be, I think, a couple of days before we come back to the game. We'll take the weekend away to play Against the Storm, and then we will come back and do a little more factory building, probably Sunday or Monday. Sunday or Monday? Yeah, probably more like Monday, but it could be Sunday. So keep an eye on the channel. If you're following this game, keep an eye on the channel, and also take a look at the game on Steam. I believe it is a relatively inexpensive game, so it's definitely worth buying. There's a lot to it, and there's more, as you can see, more being actively developed. We'll definitely take a look at it, jump in, and see what you think. Design some builds, come to my Discord, and share whatever you designed, because I'm sure you can come up with a better build than I'm coming up with. And eventually maybe we do a full bus system with this. I don't know how feasible that is. I should be feasible, and we actually do a full bus system factory. But for now, I think we're doing an okay job of piecing it together, and then we can kind of just go from there and figure it out. We could always do a bus system elsewhere. Oops. And then, eventually dismantle this. There's so many resources available on the planet, and then there's even more resources available elsewhere in the system once we figure out how to get to space. So let's leave this here, and in the next episode, we will continue our development of the different things, making all the things that we are unlocking, hopefully, making that is, and seeing what else comes up. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.